And I'm right with you, Michelle. I will be pulling up a seat at that table right with you with our
let's go next year. God's will, let's go next year.
Yes, you're coming. Matter of fact, I might show up with a mask on, 6 feet distancing, just sitting outside. And the beautiful part is we have another amazing sister in the building. Yes, we have the beautiful. We have the amazing, super talented Tamar Braxton.
Hey, Tamar. In the right time, y'all talking about plates and food, and I am right here.
They are, Tay. Let me tell you something, Tay. Michelle had the nerves to say that bacon's not pork. I said, I'm with you on that because I love a good bacon. I know you said you like your chitterlings. Am I right, darling?
Yes. And bacon is the oink, and so is the chitterling. I am the chitterling. Both. Praise God. Praise God.
Well, listen. I love all this beautiful fabulousness. Tamar is going to take it away from here. I'm so excited to be a part of this glamorous, amazing extravaganza. Our own Christmas special, as we know, is truly counting down. Executive produced by the amazing Dr. Holly Carter, Adam Blackstone. He was in charge of music. And Ricky Hughes, who's also a part of this amazing trio. I'm excited, and thank you guys. I'm gonna let Tamar, the beautiful Tamar Braxton, take it away from here. I love you, ladies, and I'll be back.
Thank you. Oh my God, listen, y'all. I have to be honest. I had to go through a couple of outfits because I knew I was coming on first with the Clark sisters. And I know how y'all stay. Oh my God. I'm so excited to see you guys sing tonight. First of all, I absolutely love Christmas. I am just elated at the fact that we have all made it to the end of this year. Hello, won't you do it? And hear you guys sing tonight on our own Christmas special. What does that mean to you guys to sit around with your family and have the opportunity to get on stage one more time with everybody that you love, your blood? What does that make you feel like during Christmas, this Christmas in particular?
Well, I think it's a blessing. First of all, we have made it through this pandemic through 2020. And because just to know that we're still here, thank God. And then to sit around and to almost make it to December the 25th. And then to actually be here, to be on the same stage, like you said, and to see each other and to witness that we're still singing together, you know, and then to notice that some people are not here, but we're still together. So that is really a blessing, and thank God that we're able to witness it again, you know, another year.
Yeah, what I do want to know is who is the most Christmas out of the bunch? Who is Christmas out of the bunch?
Say, Jackie. Who's the one responsible to keep that tradition going with the family coming together? And it's always excitement, joy, and peace. Just a beautiful feeling. And like Dorinda said, because of the pandemic, it still brings joy and cheer just to know that we're still here and safe.
Yes. And Kiki.
Hey.
Hi, Pumpkin Schmunkin.
How are you?
Listen, I remember telling you at the beginning of the summer, what did I say? I said, ooh, girl, what God has for you for this year. I can already see it.
I'm going to start calling you prophetess.
Oh my God, what an amazing year has it been for you. First of all, we're getting married.
Yes.
We got engaged. We had our first movie and album all at the same time. Let's talk about favor, okay? How do you feel?
I feel like the whole year has been Christmas. I feel like God has been, just showing his hand in my life to basically say, listen, a pandemic can stop y'all's world, but it can't stop what I'm doing. And I am grateful that God has been, who he has been in my life. Outside of losing my grandmother, I miss her so much and I wish she was here. But even understanding and having this insight as a believer, it is kind of giving me that peace that surpasses all understanding, which has had me to kind of move a little differently on the journey. I thought I was going to like spaz out after losing my grandmother, but I'm hanging in there. I have my moments. But outside of that, like you said, it's just been favor. Even the things that God is doing with my family, you know, it's not just happening on my road. It's happening on everybody's road. Just looking at the sisters and everything, and thank God for their story, for the opportunity to, you know, be able to be a part of telling that. So it's been great.
Yes, it has. I am so excited. Every time I talk to you guys, it do feel like a family reunion. It feels like a holiday, right? Because we do nothing but yell and laugh and talk about good food. Now, Miss Michelle, you back there looking like, come on, you better come up the room. You got a selection for us. You look like you have a selection.
Listen, I was trying to abide by the dress code of holiday formal. Honey, I saw some good sequins and I said, let me fall in line. And then my aunties from the Clark sisters, I don't see no sequins. I thought y'all was going to have on sequins. I thought I was going to be the 5th, 6th member tonight, but y'all left me hanging. I'm the only one with sequins on.
Hey, you're beautiful, so cut it out.
That's right. And
well, thank you so
glory.
She said I got the pearls on for the holiday.
This is my sequence right here, Michelle.
Yes.
And I got a little glitter. In my suit, I have a little glitter.
Yes, she does.
Michelle, your name. Your name and your voice alone. Michelle, your name and your voice speaks alone for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Well, while I have y'all here, I just want to say congratulations to all the ladies on this screen, everybody. You know, whether it was the highs and lows of this year, but the fact that we are all talking tonight together is just heartwarming, and God can do anything. He can bring us through anything.
Absolutely.
He's still opening doors.
Yes.
Right now, as you were saying, Kara, this is God's time. No matter what we're thinking is going on, God is still working miracles. So,
right.
Yes, he is. And first of all, he's a miracle on that face and that hair for tonight.
Listen, I said, let me go in the closet and see what I can put on, literally from head to toe.
You look great, Michelle. I'm sorry, I'm the one that looks like I'm going to have a play. You know how we put on hoodies and leggings to make sure I can expand a bit. So I'm that family member that got the memo late. I don't have on my red carpet attire, but I got my attire to go eat something. Praise God.
And guess what? That hair is wrapped in caps for life. Justice, okay?
I got my side hurting. Y'all so funny. My side is hurting. Y'all stop.
But Tamar, all I want to say is I just want to ask all these ladies, are you dressed from your head to your waist?
Well, today, yes, I am, with the exception of my slipper.
Okay.
I ain't got heels. But I got
Michelle, you're dressed all the way?
I don't have no shoes,
That's okay, but are you really are?
Then my feet. But I have on a dress, but I don't have on no shoes. I'm hot.
No, don't nobody know that.
Don't nobody at home.
Okay, this is being transparent. Who has on sweatpants?
Lord,
I have on
looking at us like we're crazy. Pray for
us. Stirrups. I have on stirrup.
Okay, stirrups is not sweats. Stirrups is not sweats.
There you go.
Well, that is so funny. I want to know from all the beautiful ladies that are on this screen, what is your favorite Christmas song? That's what I want to know, because it's so hard for me to choose.
Christmas.
Oh my God. So we okay. My favorite song is, I forgot what my favorite song was. I don't even know what I said.
Mine is.
I want to sing what Kara sing.
I say,
I'm not thinking about it. Y'all hold tight. The beautiful, amazing Clark sisters.
Sure.
We're gonna put it up real fast with Kiara, Michelle, and invite another special guest, Mr. Sammy. Hi, Sam.
How y'all doing, beautiful queens? How y'all doing?
Good. Oh my God, it's been a month. You was a little thing last time I seen you. I was just a little teenager myself.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. We're on the line talking about number one, our own Christmas that's coming on in the next hour and a half now. We're so excited about it. We're talking about our favorite Christmas memories. And while we are waiting for the Clark sisters to give their favorite Christmas song, how about you give us yours? What's your favorite Christmas song?
I mean, it's cliche, but I sing it year round. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. It makes me feel good. And it's nostalgic too. My mother used to play all kinds of Christmas carols and the Temptations around the crib with the pine tree Christmas lights and everything. So I would say I would have to go with that one. Easy.
Easy. Yes, I am Mrs. Christmas myself. Although this year Christmas is going to be a little bit different. So let me ask you guys, the Clark sisters, the Clark family, are you guys going to Zoom in y'all Christmas, or are y'all going to go to each other's houses? How y'all going to do that this year?
We go to each other's house. We've been in quarantine, so we go to each other's house, but can't nobody else come. How about that?
Jackie gonna make sure that temperature is gonna be checked.
My thermometer is at the front door and my hand is up, okay? And if you're not a part of the Clark family, you are not allowed. Amen.
You are not allowed. You are not allowed.
You're not allowed.
That's funny. What about you, Michelle? What are you going to do for Christmas?
Well, I am so surprised that my mother told me not to worry about coming home until the top of the year because she wants to just make sure she and my dad, do not get COVID. And I want to make sure, I've had 4 tests within the past few weeks, but they have their health conditions and I'm kind of sad I won't be able to get home. At the same time, I'm happy that I think this weather where I am will be a little warmer than the weather they have in the Chicago area and Rockford. So I'm okay. FedEx is going to work well, UPS, all those packaging companies to send them their gifts. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know they're in Chicago and they're on lockdown like us in LA. We are forever.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I've had like at least 7 to 8 COVID tests, and I woke up today with the sniffles and paranoia. Okay. They are coming today at 6:30. I'm not playing no games.
Right.
So, Sammy, what are you gonna do to say Corona safe this Christmas holiday? What are you gonna do?
I just came back from Florida actually to see my mother and my siblings. Hopefully they come to Atlanta. Everyone is healthy and well, and Atlanta is wide open. I don't think.
Yes, y'all are.
Yeah,
y'all
we haven't. We
wide open.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep it safe and intimate. I would love to see my mother and my siblings though, and I have a newborn niece that I would love to spend holiday season with. But for safety measures, I will opt to not to because I kind of be in the streets. I'm not gonna lie, with my mask and my sanitation. But hopefully my family can come up to Atlanta and spend some time with me.
We are Atlanta people. Y'all scared the life out of me, Lord Jesus. I'm praying for y'all.
But we got the cure though. The cure's in the hookah. Y'all got to get the hookah going, and y'all gonna be good.
First on that. We're gonna invite another special guest. We have Dr. Spirit. How you doing, Dr. Spirit? Very good.
Listen, I was good till he started talking about hookah in Atlanta. Now, listen, I'm in the A2, and that just ain't where we need to be right now.
I believe you guys in Atlanta are immune.
That's what it is. I think so too.
So I'm lying. Wear your mask. Stop playing. Okay.
Atlanta got the vaccine or the cure already.
Over the nose.
Yes, Dr. Spear, we've been talking about our favorite Christmas memories. What are yours? What are your favorite Christmas memories?
My parents made Christmas so memorable for me. I literally did not even realize that there was no Santa until I was like 14, okay? Like I had the parents, seriously, my dad would climb up on the roof with the boots and do the stomping and the crazy gifts. So I really just miss just the sense of being together. That morning when you see the gifts and you spend the entire day playing, I just miss that sense of family, really, more than anything.
Your parents was committed. Do you hear me? On the
Yes,
roof.
they were. Yes, they were. Fully.
We didn't have that because we had the Holy Ghost bringing us our gifts. We didn't. We did that. Okay, but that's really, really great. Kiara, I want to know what you and the Babuski are going to do for your romantical pre-wedding Christmas. You know, I love me a love story, honey.
Yay! I think for Christmas we'll probably do what we did for Thanksgiving. That was the question, right, Tamar? Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably just come to each other's house and then we'll make our rounds to. It's just been really small, so to my grandfather's house, and then probably to his mom and his grandmother, and that's it. We've been keeping it simple too because we're playing it safe because we go back to our grandparents. So I want, and you know how it hit home for me. I'm being very cautious. So yeah, that's all we'll do. We'll change gifts. I'm excited about the gift that I'm going to get him because he's been talking about it. I don't think he has an idea unless somebody go and tell him now.
Well, I'm not going to press you any further because you know I want to know, but I'm gonna let that go.
I want to know too. I'm like, tell us.
Tell us. We ain't gonna tell nobody.
We won't tell nobody. Tell us.
I'm gonna tell y'all and everybody else that's watching.
That's right. First of all, that man love that girl. He is watching right now. Trust me. I know that's right because I wouldn't be able to not watch that gorgeous face of yours. So gorgeous. Okay, so Dr. Spirit, this is what I do want to ask you. What can you tell people to bring in the joy with this holiday season from all of the negativity of Corona and losing our loved ones and not being able to be around our parents and our friends and aunties? And what can you give us?
Yeah, I really am telling people this year, protect your peace. Protect your peace, and not just the peace around you, but the peace within. And remember that it really does start within. So even with everything that's going on, as hard as things have been, remember the simple pleasures, the music that you love, those long showers that you love, the quiet walks to yourself. There are ways to create joy even in the midst of all of the madness. So you have to figure out how to get into the eye of the storm where the peace is and figure out ways to be able to stay there this holiday season.
Yes. The eyes of the storm. Ooh, that is really powerful right there. Wow. Okay, everybody, you're watching the virtual red carpet of our own Christmas with my good friend and sister Kiara, Michelle, Sammy, and Dr. Spirit. I just wanted to know you guys' favorite holiday memories, your favorite holidays. Leave it in the inbox. We want to see it. We want to know what's going on with you guys. So, Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Tell me, girl, I want to know, and please tell everyone who is watching all about this new book we have on pre-sale, darling, that we need to get the kids for Christmas around their Christmas tree, okay? They can just go ahead and print out the fact that they bought your book, and they'll be reading your book when it comes out next year. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect.
Wow, my new book is called Checking In. It comes out May 25th of 2021, but you can pre-order the book. And Tamar just gave you guys a good idea. Just print the receipt or whatever and just wrap it up in a gift and present it to somebody. And it's basically about checking in with yourself, checking in with others, and checking in with God. And you have to you got to do all of that. And, I talk about everything within reason, but I talk about it. And if you want to know what it is, just Google. Unfortunately, you can Google stuff and things will pop up. But I am also a firm believer in, Tamar, you can attest to this, as well as all of y'all can attest to this, that I refuse to let anyone else tell my story. So I'm going to tell it. I'm very transparent, and I'm learning, even in my transparency, even ways of being vulnerable. Like, wow, I'm ashamed of this stuff, but I'm going to tell it in hopes that someone else doesn't have to go through this. I want to break dysfunction. And I was telling people earlier today that we live in a world of dysfunction, but I refuse to be a vessel of it. I refuse to carry it.
Amen.
Yes. Dr. Spear, how do we keep the dysfunction out of our Christmas, especially with our family members who still want to come during the COVID situation? What do we tell them, or any suggestions on what we can do to keep our family near us?
Yeah, we set those boundaries because even as Michelle, as you were talking about that, and I heard you say, I'm ashamed of it, that tells me we haven't had peace with it yet. We haven't had healing with it yet. And so you're carrying something that you haven't been able to let go of, but that's where the peace comes. So once we get that place in there where we can set those boundaries, once we're able to tell our truth, once we're able to come to peace with it, then you can let go of the shame, recognizing that who you are now wasn't who you were then. And so we don't even need to judge who we were back then, because who that person was got us to where we are now. So somehow they figured out how to survive to bring us to this moment. So as we look at the dysfunction in our families, what we have to know is that the healing needs to happen. There is no perfect family, right? So we all have places and spaces to heal. But if we're deciding how we want to feel this holiday season, then we have to be intentional. Decide to want to feel that joy, decide to want to feel that love, decide to want to feel that happiness, and set that intention and set those boundaries now, so you know what's on the table this holiday season and what is completely off limits when you come together, whether in person or virtually. And hopefully it's virtually.
Ooh, praise God. I'm gonna tell you something about that boundary word. I think I'm gonna get me a chain made that says boundaries.
Come on.
Around my neck. Oh my God.
Come on.
Everybody who's watching, I just want you to know the peace you will find in your boundaries. Set your boundaries and set your goal and stick to them. It is nothing wrong with sticking to your own boundaries to protect your peace. I just wanted you guys to know that, and I wanted to drop that line to y'all. I'm really trying not to sneeze right now, because I know right now in this COVID temperature, that's not what we're doing.
Not gonna do it.
Not holding them sneezes in.
Okay, I swallowed it. All right, we're back at the virtual red carpet for our own Christmas with my girl Kiara, Michelle, my friend Sammy, and the beautiful Dr. Spirit. Now, Kiara, outside of the babooski, let me ask you a question. You know, your mom is one of my favorite singers on the planet, period, right? What do you get an icon like that for Christmas? What do you get her?
Ooh, that's a good question. My mother still loves to shop. She still loves to look good. She likes the latest trends. So it's kind of easy to shop for my mom, because actually sometimes what I want to buy myself, I'll just say, oh, I can get this for mama. Or if I have those moments when I have gone shopping and I have been shopping for myself, I'll switch it and be like, you know what, I don't even need this. I'll give this to mama. So she is this timeless woman who loves to look good. She loves clothes. So I love that about my mom, because it's almost like you shop for your sister, because we have the same taste. And then I'm a plump girl. I'm a curvy girl. So some of the things that I do want, if they don't have it in my size, I'm like, all right, well, do you have it in my mom's size? So it's cute.
That is so fun. Let me tell you something. Your mother's shoe collection is probably on steroids.
It really, but I love that my mom is embracing her age and her evolution. So she like, don't come here with them platforms and them high heels that you can wear. You come to bring me that kitten heel, but bring me a sharp one. So I love that.
She wear the kitten heel. I didn't hear you. You said that she wears a kitten heel?
She is wearing a kitten heel. She is embracing it, but you can't get her just any old kitten heel. It still has to be a bad shoe. Like, still is like, but bring me a good one. And it does not, don't get me wrong, it's not that little kitten one when it's kind of leaning. It's the kitten that still has some height to it. You know what I mean?
Those 2-inch, those 3-inch.
I got no, that's overflowing. It's the good one.
Yeah, yes. One that says I have style and I still love Jesus. Okay.
She said it ain't the one that just be saying meow.
Right.
No, it's praise him.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. You know, I have graduated down to flats because I cannot. I just feel like where we going? You know what I'm saying? Like what's happening now? So like I'm not putting it's an effort to put on a heel. You know what I mean? So coming into our Christmas celebration at home, like are we wearing flats? We wearing kitten heels? We wearing heels still at the Christmas table? Which one we wearing? Michelle?
Oh, I didn't know we were wearing shoes. I'm home.
Oh no,
Right.
the Christmas table. We don't dress up for Christmas.
No. Listen, I have 7 children. I have 7 children, 4 of whom are still at home. So I will be chasing, putting batteries in, putting screws together. We don't do like the whole big dress up. We are like super casual, sweats, let's play,
Same.
hats, mittens, let's do it up. But no, dressing up, no.
Really? Am I the only one? Wait a minute, the Clark family don't get dressed up in sequins and heels?
They wear loose clothes. They're now, so instead of the sweatshirts, they're wearing the cardigans to make sure they can cover up what we're going to expand by the time we done.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like a good piece of great fried chicken and an amazing outfit to go along with her.
Right.
Michelle, you don't dress up during Christmas dinner, no?
No, I
You don't have that on.
No, ma'am, I don't. I have this on because I believe when I read the email, it said something about semi-formal, something. That ain't what this is for Christmas or Thanksgiving, or any holidays.
Right.
It's comfortable. Plus, it's cold out. I'm gonna put on a great, sweatsuit or something. Not anything formal. And I'm almost kind of nervous. Like, when was the last time I actually wore heels? We haven't worn heels in months. So it's been sneakers for me.
Yeah, I ain't got a heel for you. I ain't got it for you. I don't even think I could.
Sneakers and flip flops. Sammy, we sorry you might feel a little left out, but I'm
No, it's totally fine.
I'm sure your sneaker game is fabulous right now.
Yes,
I'm
sure it is.
I'm all for the comfort though. I'm with y'all on that.
Yes, yeah. You don't dress up neither, Sammy.
I don't. I'm coming in, like she said, some sweats and some Crocs maybe, or some flip flops. I'm calling it a day.
Crocs. Come on, Crocs.
Okay.
And my jigger game is crazy. Yeah, I love Crocs. Shout out to
Well,
Crocs.
I know you got everybody here. I don't know about you, Dr. Spirit, but I know Michelle, Kiera, and Sandy. They all come from a musical background. Do you guys sit around the piano and do Christmas carols? Do you at least do that?
No, that's for sure. My mother, she actually was a gospel singer before she had me at like the age of 21, and then I kind of like took over where she left off. But we definitely get around the piano. Everyone find their note, and we sing some hymns, and it's a beautiful time. My sister can sing, my brother can sing, my father sings, my grandmother. So it's in the bloodline. So that's like one of the most awesome feelings is to, I was raised in the Church of Christ, so we didn't have instruments. So you just use your voice. So I thought that was kind of awesome coming up in that upbringing. And I love to fellowship with my family and take it back to the church days when we would go to church together and fellowship together.
Yeah, that's amazing. So good. Don't knock my Christmas dream with the Clark family, please. Please say y'all sit around and sing on Christmas.
They have to.
It depends. Sometimes we just dance and do the same hustles every year, or we just sit and chill because I guess we get tired. It's like a half of the family that gets tired of the loud ones. There's a side of us that are super loud and we come in heavy vibrato, and they're like, "Oh my God," we don't feel like that. So it depends on the year, but absolutely, I think like the last year. Randomly, Auntie Twinkie got on the piano and we started just making up random songs. And Aunt Dorinda came up with a song called "Take Your Cell Phone With You," while telling us to get out. Take your cell phone with you everywhere you go. So it depends on the year.
Oh, that is a record for the books. Take
your
phone with you.
Yes.
Michelle, I know you and your sisters, y'all don't do that. Y'all don't sing. No, nobody sing no more. Nobody.
You know what? On New Year's, we would go to my uncle's house, and in the basement he has a Hammond organ, and there's like 3 organists, my uncles and my brother. So between the 3 or 4 of them, they'll get on the organ and play, and somebody might sing. So, but that's been a few years since we've gotten together and have done that. I kind of miss those times, but at the same time, I think like Kiera saying, some folks want the quiet, some folks want the loud. And by the time you get through eating all that food, you full. You got
This is a good
acid
point. Good point.
reflux, so you might not be singing too good.
Y'all are silly. I don't know. Like, that's one thing that I look forward to is the Christmas caroling after dinner. You know, I don't know. And we do get dressed up.
Well, y'all still doing it the right way.
Yeah, we
Y'all
get
going
dressed
all out.
up. I have
Well, see, if I had voices like you guys, though, that would be different. But I must have been at the end of the line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like in the end. I have to honor the Lord by keeping quiet and keeping the beat. You know, I will snap and clap and listen to y'all be beautiful, because no, we just, my family, we did not get the voices. So we do like the hot chocolate with marshmallows and watch the great movies, cuddle up under the blankets, but we would run each other out of the house. So no, we don't get to do the caroling.
But that's okay, Dr. You done bought the music to your mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's my part.
What about the person who has to spend Christmas by themselves? What kind of suggestion would you give them to stay in their right mind?
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things that I say is that we are never alone unless we choose to be. And so there's a difference between physical distance and emotional distance. And so, you know, over the Thanksgiving holiday, it was a very similar situation. And really what my office wanted to do, we did an event all day long. It was called Apart But Not Alone. And so it was a 13-hour Zoom room that we hosted. And all day, people from all over the world were able to come into this room and just be able to build with each other, to talk, to ask each other, what do you need in order to be seen today, in order to feel heard, in order to feel connected and to feel loved. And so I just want to remind people that even though it is hard, we're not being able to hug the folks that we want to hug and receive the hugs that we want and kiss the people that we want to kiss and, you know, snuggle up on our children and our parents and our folks who are far away. But I want you to remember that you really are never alone. There is always somebody out there. There's always someone that's thinking of you, that loves you, that cares about you, that stands in agreement with you. And so instead of focusing on what you don't have, let's start by focusing on what you do, including your right mind, including your health, including your ability to know where you are in the world. And remembering that as much as we love this time of year, it really is, Christmas is really just one day. It's 24 hours. And the fact that you can come into it and leave it and still be in your right state of mind, in your whole body, that is the best gift that you can have this holiday. So always keep it in mind.
I'll take that. And speaking of gifts, Sammy, tell us about your new candle line. I want to hear all about it. I love the candle, child.
Thank you. I launched the candle line in February of this year. You go to simplynakedcandleco.com and order it. We also have a shop out in Conyers, Georgia, and we're opening up another shop early 2021 in the city metro area of Atlanta. On my Sammy collection is 5 cents. You have Peace, All Night, Pure Love, Pure Honey, and Indigo. We just did our cyber sale yesterday for Cyber Monday. It's just been something that's been super a passion of mine. I never wanted to just be a singer, songwriter, performer. I always wanted to diversify my portfolio. In candles, I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on other people's candles. Why not create something, you know, from the heart? And it's handmade, they're eco-friendly as well. And I want to say special shout out to my business partners, CC, Shantae Smith, Troy Guns, for bringing me on board and allowing me to, I guess, create in a different way outside of being in the studio all the time. And I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm a candle girl myself. I wouldn't.
I'll put together a care package for you all. I'll make sure I get that to you.
Great. I'm putting together my address in this chat over here, so you don't have to buy. All right.
I got you. I said it live and direct. I'm a man of my word. I got you.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me ask you guys something, Kiera and Michelle. Well, I guess you two said, like, have you guys found it a little odd to stay busy? Have you found it hard to stay busy? Because I know we all can't go on the road right now. And I know that's been the worst for me, because the best part about, you know, what I do was performing and meeting, you know, all of the fans and stuff. I know everybody misses that as much as I do. Do you guys find it like odd to not be on the road? You guys like try to do other things with your time, and what do you do?
Ladies first.
It's definitely been
on the road, child. I hear that. Here, stays on the road, stays at the gas station, child.
I do. What were you saying, Michelle? I'll let Michelle go first.
No, it's definitely been a weird time. I know I was supposed to be on a tour this year and it was canceled, but it seems like the work hasn't stopped, which is
Yeah.
good. I'm like the work and the coinage keep coming in.
Amen.
And what a first of all, what a blessing, first and foremost. So I think a lot of us can probably say in entertainment, in the mental health field, Dr. Spirit, you've probably been a little more busy than we were before the pandemic.
Yep.
I agree. I think, though, to your point, Tamar, I am thoroughly enjoying the break. Being in my own house, being in my own bed, being able to spend time with my family, my friends. I've been a lot with my nieces and nephews, and I enjoy. Like I don't want to say I'm dreading going back to normal, but it's almost an easy way of working a little bit. I've saved more money by being still, and my prayer life has gone to a deeper place. I actually have I feel like the Lord has kind of checked me a bit. Like, you thought you was doing something, but you wasn't doing nothing. So it's actually been very refreshing for me. But the work, like Michelle has said, I still have been working, but it's been a matter of just putting on the shirt. As the doctor says, dress from the waist up,
That's
and
it.
you will be all right.
What about you, Sammy? Do you miss being on the road? I know for me, I only asked that question because I wasn't very clear. I know for me, being on the road is a creative thing. You know what I mean? It keeps me super creative.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel a little complacent being at home, changing my shirt every half hour for my different Zooms that I'm popping in and out of. You know what I mean? How's that been for you, Sammy?
I was smack on the Millennium Tour 2020 right before it happened. So we got like 6 shows in. We had 31 more to go, and then all of a sudden the world went on pause. I missed the interaction, the human interaction, feeling the energy of 15, 20,000 people in arenas every night. And for a little bit fell into a slump. Like I was just, stuck in the house all day. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't reading. As Kiara said, I was very cognitive to increase my prayer life. I wasn't able to physically go to church on Sundays that I was in Atlanta. So those things started to actually flare up. I have anxiety. So to not be able to go to the studio and to be on press runs just on Zoom and remotely, I love people. I love to just be around people and feed them energy and spread some peace, light, and love where I'm blessed to do so. So that being taken away, it did start to tackle my spirit and my emotions and my mental stability. And once I started to really start to get back into music and sharing more of myself on social media, I started writing poetry again and I sketch a little bit. So I started working on a clothing line. It gave me a lot of time in the season of stillness to tackle into the things we didn't have time to do. So it's been a very, very busy and blessed. And I hate like marveling in God's blessings of this terrible 2020. But financially, I've had like one of the biggest years of my entire life. I've been able to give my undivided attention to a multitude of things that I guess I didn't have time to do because I was always promoting an album and then touring for the rest of the year. So that's how the candle line came about. That's how the clothing line came about. As we speak, I just stepped out the booth. I'm working on 2 albums simultaneously right now for 2021. So in this season of stillness, it's been also a blessing and a time for us to appreciate the little things, which is sharing ourselves with one another, sharing our gifts with one another, being able to hug somebody and not give them the elbow on the greet, like the small things in life. You know what I'm saying? I really, really understand that it's the simple things that we need to appreciate and get back to. And I hope that as a nation and as a world that we get back to that whenever we're permitted to do so.
Yes. Well, that's so great that you guys have been working y'all little behinds off. And y'all been giving yourself so much to people, stand on these Zooms and stand on these lives. I'm so grateful for that. But Dr. Spirit, what about the other people who are not as creative as us? What do you suggest they do to keep themselves busy during this holiday COVID?
Yeah, it's really about figuring out how to take care of yourself. And I think everybody went into a slump, right? So we've had these different peaks. In the beginning, it was like, wow, we're really frightened. We don't know what to do. Then people thought, whoa, the world has slowed down. This is much needed time off. I'm relaxing. Hello. And then it was like, wait a minute, I don't like being this relaxed. I need something to do. I don't want to be with my kids all day, or I don't want to be with my partner all day, or I don't want to be in this house all day. And so then it became all these new hobbies, right? People learn learned how to cook new recipes. Listen, I've seen so many recipes that folks didn't know how to make. We're back in like 1860 now. A lot of folks making bread, making pasta, making beer, making wine, you name it, right? So what we have to remember is that it's all about finding ourselves over and over and rediscovering the people that we love over and over, because so much about who we are has changed during this time period. And even when the world does go back to normal, so to speak, it's still going to be a new normal. So this time is really about discovering who we are, where do we want to go, and make sure that we're really checking into the things that really matter the most to us. For a lot of us, we have really started to reprioritize what we need and want our lives to look like and who we want to be in the center of those places. So it's really about being intentional and just recognizing if all you can do every day is just get up and take a shower, you have made it through that day.
That's right.
Yes. And here she is, a lady of the hour, Dr. Holly Carter. We were just talking about being in quarantine and not being as what's the word? What did we say?
Active or
Creative.
Creative. That's the word. Okay, I'm hungry. Yes, creative. as we would normally be, but you, my dear, have, been the most creative. You come up with this whole beautiful Christmas, I call it our Christmas pageant. That's what we got. We got no church Christmas pageant. This is our Christmas pageant. And we are so excited and elated that you come up with this whole thing just to bless the saints with. Like, what are you doing over there? You've been coming up with everything this whole quarantine.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. It's when you in solitude.
Yes.
You can't do nothing else but think and create. That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean, you know what? It's like during this time, when God kind of calls you quiet so you can hear when he's speaking. And one of the things that I definitely said during this season, I said, God, whatever you're gonna do during this season, don't do it without me. So if that means I need to be quiet so that I can hear you, that's what I'm going to do. And I think during this time, for those of us who were quiet and listening, we started getting downloads of creative things to do, of things that have been on the back burner, things that you really didn't have the time to do because you were so stretched. But now that, you have this time to hear, oh, I should be doing that. Okay, well, is it possible? Oh, it is possible. I just needed to focus. Got it. So that's where this came from.
You can try with them.
Amazing thing you've come on with. And look at this amazing, beautiful couple that just popped up on our I love it. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
It's so good to see you guys.
Great to see you too. You look amazing, and it's just always good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. First of all, I just wanted to say to our guests that just left, Sammy, Kiara, Michelle, Sammy, and Dr. Spirit, thank you guys for joining us. What an amazing time that we had. And now, guys, I mean, I'm just going to be, transparent here, like one of my two favorite couples. First of all, they're so gorgeous and, they are held in the Lord. And I'm here for that. Megan and Tamar Franklin and Dr. Holly Carter, who is responsible for this whole Christmas extravaganza and
Christmas pageant, as you call it.
Yes. And if you've tuned into our own Christmas virtual red carpet show. And listen, we have our host for the night, Megan and Devon Franklin. So what do you expect from this show tonight?
What can you expect from the show? Oh my goodness.
I know.
Literally, like it's music, inspiration, humor, heart, gospel. You can expect everything. So anybody's watching right now, y'all got to tune in tonight. It comes on in an hour. For East Coast time. So tonight is the night where you bring your family. It's the gospel event of the Christmas season.
Yeah. And it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be incredible. Obviously Christmas is a little different this year. So that we get together and we're able to be with each other and able to have this moment and it's going to be amazing. The performances are amazing. So
I love it.
That is amazing. Dr. Holly, let me ask you a question. Everything that you envisioned this project to be?
Yes, it actually is. I think it's been fun. I think it has also, it is exactly, it's almost like the medicine that we need. We need a little light, we need a little laughter, we need something to bring us into the spirit of the holiday. And there's something amazing about music that, is a language that only music can speak. The language of music is universal. And that's the one thing that can speak to everybody, that pulls everybody in a certain way. And I do believe that the performances on the show did that. And our hosts, my brother and my little sister, she's like, I don't know, she's like a baby to me. I don't know. And here's the deal. Devon should really be grateful that he has her, because she is what completes him. Okay? She's
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Okay? Look at them. Actually, they complete each other.
All right. Amen.
All right, that's better.
I didn't say that, but it's cool. I'm glad you caught what I was throwing, even though I didn't have to say it.
That is beautiful. Beautiful. I believe that my portion of the night is completed. I believe you guys are in good hands. I'm going to leave you with Dr. Kylie Carter and Megan and Devon, tonight's hosts on Our Own Christmas. Don't forget to tune in on OWN. It's coming on in an hour. I'll see you guys. I'm going to get ready for the show. Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.